What's up, world? It's about time we breathe. These COVID-19 things getting really old. And if you can believe this, we're still not open for the second time now. We're at the Reptile Zoo in California, but you know what? The snakes are still hungry and they still like each other. Hope you guys are out there having a good time. We're gonna pull this clutch of eggs. Look at this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We aren't doing social distancing for our animals because they don't catch COVID-19, luckily. And look at that. Look at all these eggs. So this is a beautiful albino reticulated python. Not only is it albino, look at her. She's looking at me like, why do you think I'm gonna be cool? Because I'm your bud. Honestly, when you're trying to take the eggs from a mother snake, you never really know what's gonna happen. And I'm just trying to make her think that I'm cool, she's cool, so we all can be cool. Because really, honestly, life is kind of like that. If you put out the bad vibe, you get the bad vibe back. So I'm gonna go with a really cool vibe on this one. She's actually responding really well for me to be being nice to her, which she still hasn't figured out. I'm gonna take her eggs, but she'll figure it out in a minute. Of course, most people ask these crazy questions like, why are you taking the eggs and all this stuff? Well, this is like helping your puppy deliver its babies. And so she's really, she's multi-generation captive born. She's carrying all kinds of special genes. Come on, girl, let's see if we can show everybody how cool your eggs are. Look at that, you guys. So there's probably about 45 eggs there, 42. I don't know how many it's gonna be. We have an extra box just in case. And so this snake here is at least 5 or 8 generations born in captivity. Now, in the wild, they don't look anything like this. She would normally have browns and kind of an orangey color. She's got on top of it, she has, besides just being albino, which means that it's missing the black pigment, it's what you call T positive. So the black pigment comes out of kind of a purple color. And so she has that gene, and on top of it, she has motley, and on top of that, she has this gene called sunfire. So they're all combined in this one snake. Now, the crazy part is on top of it, we put a whole bunch of extra genes out inside of on top of it. Now, here's another crazy thing. Can you believe those babies inside those eggs are already about 55 days old, but it's gonna take another 84 days for those eggs to hatch. Now, in 84 days, a lot of things can go wrong. If you don't believe me, think where you were 84 days ago. You probably were thinking you were gonna graduate high school, everything was gonna be cool. You probably thinking you were gonna go on vacation. You thought a lot of things were gonna be different. Well, it's even worse in the wild because there's wild animals, there's flies in captivity, there's flies in the wild, and forget all the bugs, then you got big lizards trying to steal them, steal the eggs. Everything wants to eat this. You like eating eggs in the morning? Well, guess what? Every kind of animal in the wild wants to eat a snake egg if they can. People don't think about it, but you got wild boar, you got wolves, coyotes, different kinds of animals, and everything. You got tigers. They want to eat them. So I'm gonna try to get her off without too much. I don't want her to get upset, so I'm gonna keep treating her like what she is. This is my puppy dog, my big puppy dog. Ugh. So, some people say that they're all mean when they take the eggs off, but sometimes they can be. But honestly, she's not. But I'm gonna take her off, get her off. Hopefully I'm not making a video in a minute with her bleeding, but it won't happen, will it? So look at that. So I'm gonna unwind her, take her off. I'm gonna set her on the floor for a minute, but we know what we're gonna try to do? Figure out how many eggs did she really lay. So there's one infertile. There's the one infertile egg. Now you see how it's size difference? The difference is this one never grew in that 54 days, so it's the original size that she made it. Now, if it was to grow, look, it would be white and gorgeous like the other eggs. And that's one of the things you see that are different between fertile and infertile. Okay, so we got her down, set her on the ground. Now we're gonna see just how many eggs there are. So, 84 days is a long time, like I said. Well, not only does it have to be, they have to be 84 days without a predator, they have to be 84 days with the right amount of moisture, not too hot, not too dry, not too wet. So we cheat, we help her out. What we do, she would have to protect these eggs. If she was in the wild, she'd have to protect these eggs for 84 days. That's just about 3 full months. She doesn't get to eat. She only gets to drink whatever falls on her. So things can get really tough. They can lose a lot of weight. They can get in poor shape. Luckily, that doesn't hurt an egg. But I do have to know which way they are. If they get rolled around in those 84 days, they die. So if they get in conflict, let's say with a nice sized tiger, then a tiger could upset the clutch and they move around and roll around and they would end up getting destroyed. The good news is she won't have to deal with anything. Now, instead of waiting 84 days to eat, or however long, even after the 84 days, they got to find food, right? Just like the rest of the animals. Everything out in the wild wants to eat. All they want to do is keep from being eaten and not get eaten. Did you guys figure out how many eggs it is yet? I think I miscalculated, and there's going to be over 42 eggs. I said 45. I don't think there's any chance it's only going to be 45. I think Tim's going to have to get me another box, but maybe a little box. But that being said, I'm pretty good at packing them tight. So now what happens is in captivity, she actually gets to go back on food. Did you figure it out yet, how many eggs? She gets to go back on food, act normal, not be stressed out, not need to protect anything, and just relax and live a normal life again, waiting for everything to be perfect again to able to lay eggs. It took us about a decade to figure out how to get these snakes to lay eggs because we wanted them to be able to reproduce. But you know the secret really is them being happy and needing what they wanted. Needing, we could think what a snake needs, but really we have to know what the snake needs in order to do well. So she had an egg pop in her. Ooh, it's gross and smells terrible. So I'm gonna be really careful with these couple that down here that are involved in that one egg. So I'm gonna get these all out and we're gonna count these eggs up. I don't know, Tim, I think you're gonna have to help me clean this one up. Whew. No problem. It smells like fish, like really bad. That's why those couple flies are so persistent. So let's see, you guys ready to count them? I'm gonna leave, those two eggs both look really good. So it's really weird, look at that. That egg is popped like in a really strange way. I don't know.
Look at that gray stuff.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, give me that.
Man, that is one stinky egg. They smell like rotten eggs, so that's a rotten egg to tell you that. So life already started happening. See, in the wild, that one mistake would have destroyed the whole clutch. These eggs have almost no odor for no wild animals will come and take them or want to try to take them. So they're really, a snake is super clean animal. Most people don't really realize, look you guys. She's coming out to check us out. Maybe we'll make it up. We'll see if she makes it all the way up. So normally in the wild, the snake would lay eggs, you wouldn't have any odor at all. So when she lays her eggs, she has no predators to smell them and want to come get them. And so in this particular case, this entire clutch would have definitely died from either rot, flies, maggots, and just animals smelling them to come try to eat them. And so that would just destroy the opportunity. So now that we're gonna put these in an incubator, not only gonna have the right temperature and everything right, they're gonna be completely protected from all that. So, you got one more egg over here, Tim. So here we go, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Tim just took one, so that's 48 eggs. I thought I was close. I was not as close as I thought. I thought 45. So now, 84 days, you guys get ready. We're gonna have some really crazy colored snakes, whole bunch of different other genes in it. And maybe now you guys, when you hear somebody saying all those reasons, why do they do that? Now you have the answers.